Talking Points with Keith Vaz, celebrating diversity. Leica, London.
Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed the music. It's been a long time since we've been on, but we've got a cracker for you to start the new year. The first big election of this year is going to be the election for the Mayor of London. Population 9.6 million, bigger than some of the countries in the EU. Over the next few weeks, we hope to be interviewing all the candidates for mayor, including the current mayor, Sadiq Khan. My first special guest today is Tarun Ghulati, who will be giving us the radio launch of his election campaign. So it's a very special interview. He's an investment banker running to be the mayor of London as an independent candidate. He's a chairman, chief executive officer and strategic advisor with the enviable track record of delivering practical and creative solutions to very complex issues in banking and financial services. He's been a global leader in companies such as Citibank, HSBC and ING. In fact, I'm looking out of my window at Canary Wharf and I can see two of those headquarters just staring at me. But he started in a very humble way, selling ketchup, then collecting the dirty empty bottles for refilling to ensure that ketchup was competitively priced. He then knocked on doors selling manual typewriters and then radios, lighting equipment and word processors. So it's quite a journey for him. He's now running to be the mayor for London. He joins me this morning from St John's Wood. Good morning, Tarun Ghulati.
Good morning to you, Keith.
Now, Tarun Ghulati, you've been such a successful banker and person in the financial services. People on Leica Radio and beyond will be scratching their heads and thinking, why on earth do you want to run to be the mayor for London?
Well, firstly, I'd like to thank Mr. Sadiq Khan because of him, people approached me because he's brought London to a standstill and people want change and people want him gone. I was approached by several individuals from different communities who felt London has lost its mojo. They felt I should stand and take this bold step for them given my ability and experience. I will transform and run London effectively and efficiently like a seasoned CEO and ensure everyone is thriving and smiling. I will rekindle the spirit, pride and vibrancy of every Londoner, ensuring that the next generation's promised a bright and prosperous tomorrow. And as an independent, I will allow for ensuring free flow of ideas and policies without any party ideology and bias. I'm keen that party lines do not blur the vision for London and Londoners. For me, it's all about the people and everyone, not about politics.
And you mentioned party lines, which is a very interesting thing that you say, because there is kind of a mood going on, not just in London and Britain, but all over the world, where people actually want people to run their cities and their countries from outside politics. Do you think it helps not being a political hack, but actually having a life and a job outside politics?
Most certainly, Keith, because what's happening is politicians seem to be doing things to sometimes remain in power themselves and become activists, become sort of divisive, which is precisely what Mr. Khan has done. In my case, I've been committed to public service and it's ingrained as a legacy in unwavering dedication. My family heritage is steeped in service to society and sandwiched between 3 centuries, you'll be surprised, the 19th, 20th and 21st, which serves as a guiding light with unwavering values of humility, respect, hard work, integrity and trust instilled with me. And I think politicians seem to be lacking a lot of this. And I view London as a unique global city akin to the global bank of the world where diverse cultures converge to flourish. I will build London's balance sheet such that it is the premier choice for investment, safeguarding safety and prosperity for all its citizens. So that's where I'm coming from.
You mentioned quite unusually a thank you to Sadiq Khan, and basically you said if it wasn't for him, you wouldn't be running. What do you think is wrong with the way in which London is being run at the moment? Because you've run a number of huge enterprises in the financial services. What's wrong with the way in which it's being run, do you think?
Unlike Mr. Khan, I will ensure sufficient number of genuine, affordable homes. I will tackle knife crime with fervor never seen before. For me, one life lost is one too many. Mr. Khan has made London a totally unsafe place. About 21 sort of teenagers lost their lives last year. The freedom of movement, which I believe is as important as the freedom of speech, is totally lacking. Most congested city, I don't think that's palatable to anybody. Communities are broken. He's very divisive, most people feel. And that's why I believe you need people to make decisions. They need to be involved in the process, and that's how it is. That's why they've approached me. They want somebody who's not going to be divided by party lines and somebody who takes decisions for the people. I'm the people's choice for Mayor of London.
This is Keith Vaz on Talking Points on Leica Radio. I'm talking to Tarun Ghulati, an investment banker turned candidate for mayor. We have an exclusive today on Leica Radio. The day we come back after our short winter break, we have the radio launch of a mayoral campaign. We're going to be taking a short break. When we come back, we're going to be pressing him on his messages for London. Join us after the break.
The personalities that matter with Keith Vaz on Talking Points.
Leica Radio.
Welcome back. This is Keith Vaz on Talking Points on Leica Radio. I'm talking to Tarun Ghulati, now an investment banker, but previously he had the humble job of collecting ketchup holders and refilling them, and he was a door-to-door salesman selling typewriters and radios and lighting equipment. Now he's running for the job that has got more electorate per person than any other job in the whole of Europe. He's running to be the mayor of London. As I said previously, we will be talking to other candidates, but he is our first. Tarun Ghulati, what's your core message to the people of London? Some people kind of work in sound bites, don't they? I don't know whether you remember the 1997 general election when Tony Blair had this famous pledge card, I'll do these 5 things. What's your core message to London?
Well, firstly, I think Londoners need to be safe, and safety is paramount for our communities. Mr. Khan has driven London to be the most unsafe city in the world. And we need to get London moving again because it's been made most congested thanks to policies like the ultra-low emission zone, which I'll abolish totally. Mr. Khan has also introduced low traffic neighborhoods, whilst, of course, the councils take a lot of decision-making around those lines, but I'm going to have that reviewed. The 20 mile per hour speed limits, unless they are close to schools and hospitals, need to go. And indeed, we need to review all sorts of things that have made transportation the worst you have ever seen. So London has come to a standstill. I'm going to change all that. And basically, communities are broken. There are 270 odd nations whose diaspora live in London, and they don't feel secure, safe, and united. I'm going to make sure I bring that cohesiveness that is lacking. And I also believe London needs a champion. I will be that champion. Mr. Khan has not led London right from the front.
Tarun Ghulati, of all the cities that you visited, and you visited many cities throughout the world, which one have you enjoyed the most? And which one do you think, actually, this is something I'm going to do to London? Is there one particular city outside London where you think it's gone really well?
I think I'd like to name Singapore for one. You know, it's a safe place, clean, the air is clean, and basically people are smiling, people are thriving. There's a leveling up agenda, which is missing here. So I want to make sure that, for instance, you'll be surprised. 2.2 million people live in poverty in London. I want to change all that. I have a leveling up agenda. I want to make sure something like Singapore, where London sees greener, it's a green place, tech-driven, most digitally connected. I want to do something for the next generation. The youth need to see something that has them smiling, something to look up to, which is totally missing today, I think. And, it's not thriving and smiling as it should be. So I want to make it the safest city in the world, greener city in the world, most digitally connected, and indeed where investment flows in. And as you can understand, I have a lot of knowledge of bringing in money, so I'm not going to offer excuses like Mr. Khan has. Someone has not given me the money or the government has stopped it. I will make sure I do the best for London, for Londoners, and we build it all together.
Tarun Ghulati, to be a great leader, you have to have a great team. And one of the great appointments that were made in politics was when Barack Obama appointed Hillary Clinton, his bitter rival, to become the Secretary of State in his cabinet when he won his election. Where are you going to find the people? People keep saying London is stuffed full of talent, but actually in terms of the cabinet of the mayor, where would you find the people to serve?
From the people themselves. I will ensure a top-class cabinet and, of course, a team of advisors who are all working off the same hymn sheet. People are there, but what has been happening is they are not being told to do the right things. They're not being led from the front. You need a leader. You'll be surprised over these last few years that he's been the mayor. Over 140 billion of money of budget has been utilized, but yet we find transportation is bad. We find it could improve, little or no investment there. Policing, I don't see on-the-beat policing. Basically a lot of things can be done when you have a top team. I'll bring the best for London, from London.
But you obviously are very passionate about London. You love the city. You live almost centrally, almost in the middle of the city of London. Why is London special to you? Where do you get your buzz from? when you walk around London?
Basically, I left one of the best jobs in the world to live here. London is home for me for the last 20 years. My children grew up here. They went to universities here. And when I see the vibrancy of London, when I see people living, but they're not smiling today. So people have lost their smiles. I would want to bring back the smiles for everyone, because when I first came here, it was a thriving city. London has lost its mojo. I want to make it the greatest city in the world. And under me, that is all going to happen. So I'm Tarun Ghulati, and I'm ready to take over from Mr. Sadiq Khan.
Tarun Ghulati, it's been a pleasure talking to you. Thank you for joining us today, and good luck in your campaign. As I said, we hope to be interviewing all the other candidates for mayor before the election, but you are undoubtedly the first, and you've launched your radio campaign here on Leica Radio. We always ask our special guests to choose a song that means something special to them and to dedicate it to someone special. Which song would you like to choose, and to whom would you like to dedicate it to?
I think the song that has become very popular, I've chance to listen to it, is from the Bollywood movie Animal, the title song, Jamal Kudu. And I'd like to dedicate it to my parents, Suraj Prakash Ghulati and Rajni Ghulati, and of course to all Londoners. I love London. I love all Londoners.
Tarun Ghulati, thank you for joining us. Have a great Sunday.
Thank you, Keith, for having me on the program today, and best wishes to all listeners of Leica Radio. Thank you.
Let's hear Tarun Ghulati's song.